On the same day that a Seattle newspaper printed its last edition after 146 years in business, the small local paper is experiencing some huge growth.
While the Seattle Post Intelligencer will exist only online, the new local paper is flying off the shelf with success in a narrow focus.
24-Hour News 8's Emily Zangaro shows us.
Brian, Sue, we've told you about it before. Busted Weekly is a small paper that's generating big interest, and you're never going to believe how much it's selling right here in Grand Rapids.
Oh, right here.
When people stop at the counter, many can't help but take a look.
We have them usually taped up there on the counter, and they come in. Oh, can I get a Busted?
Busted has gone from a bi-weekly to a weekly publication, a compilation of mugshots from Kent County and the crimes behind them. We first told you about Busted in December, but now there's supposedly even more to talk about. The man behind the source, who would only disclose his first name as Ryan, says he sells 10,000 papers in Grand Rapids each week. 150 stores, he says, have picked it up, like North End Liquor and Grapevine Wine and Deli.
I think it's just knowing somebody. They like to look through it and see who they know.
People say the draw is what's inside.
It helps you know who's around you. You know, it's good to know that, especially the sex offenders.
A special page, a news section that picks an area school that lists all the names and addresses of the sex offenders that live nearby. Even people who disagree with the premise of the paper admit they buy a copy each week.
Because it's wrong for them putting people's personal business in the papers for what they going to jail for. That's like telling their life story, you know, and it's wrong for them to sell those type of papers like that.
Why do you still buy it?
Just to see who's in there.
The marketing must be doing its job. And speaking of marketing, businesses are now taking out ads, hoping the buyers will be taking a peek at more than just the mugs. To put this in perspective, Busted sells 10,000 copies a week. The Grand Rapids Press says it circulates around 430,000 copies in a week. A bit of a difference, but for a small publication that just started the past few months, it's tapped into something people are interested in.